Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Lauren, and here are 5 tips that's gonna help you win at your next dance competition. I have been a dance competition judge now for 3 years, and here is what we look for behind the table. Tip number 1, and this one is gonna seem like the most obvious, the most basic thing that every dancer should know, but you dancers tend to neglect this little detail when you are on the stage. Point your feet and straighten your legs. We already know what you can do with your legs, how high you can get them, how long you can hold them out in their positions, and all of the most advanced tricks that are out there that you dancers are doing. And they are very impressive. However, if you do not have the correct technique within those tricks, we're going to lower your score. No matter how advanced your trick is, if your technique is incorrect, that trick is technically incomplete, hence us lowering your score. Remember, your leg line starts from the top of your hip, goes down behind your knee, through your ankle, and out through the tips of your toes. The goal as a great technique dancer is to have that muscle memorized. That way it's automatic. Every time your foot comes up off the floor, it points. Every time that leg goes into the air, it stretches. Unless it is choreographed in your routine to have a flexed or bent leg, your feet and legs should always be in those correct positions. You want that technique score to stay nice and high. So make sure to keep those points by doing the most basic thing that we already know how to do. Tip number 2, make sure your positions in all of your tricks are precise. And I'm going to give you a pretty basic example. So I'm going to be using a passe position in pirouettes. We always see passes that are either overcrossed, below the knee, or down at the ankle, which at that point, you might as well turn that position into a coupe just to keep your technique points high. Again, piggybacking off of my tip number 1, if your positions aren't correct, your score is going to drop. It doesn't matter if you could do 3, 4, 5 plus turns. If your passe is low, and technically at that point it ain't a passe anymore, because that position is not clear, we will take points off. Tip number 3, and this one is going to help your performance tremendously. Pin your costumes. If your costume comes together behind your neck, behind your back, around your waist, you have bracelets that are made out of fabric, you have chokers, you have accessories in your hair, you need to pin those areas of your costume or bobby pin your accessories in your hair to the point where you can't even take it out with your bare hands. As a dancer, while you're on stage, on top of thinking of your routine, landing your tricks, making sure your performance is on point, having a costume fall off is the last thing you want to be thinking about. And as judges, that is the last thing we want to be seeing, let alone judging. If you are uncomfortable up on the stage, we're uncomfortable watching. We want to avoid costume malfunctions as much as we can. Make sure you pack every size safety pin in your dance bags the week of competition. Parents, if you have minis or junior dancers, make sure that you double check their costumes before they walk out of the dressing room. And teachers, teens, and seniors, triple check each other's costumes before you walk on stage. The more secure you feel in what you're wearing, the more secure you're gonna feel throughout your entire time on your stage. Tip number 4. I always say this in my critiques, and I'm going to share this critique with y'all because I think it's very, very important, and it's going to enhance your strength as a group tremendously. As a judge, my eyes do not go to the front row of a group dance. It actually goes to the back row of a group dance. Why? Because I already know what the front row can do, and I want to see what the back row has to offer us as well. Every row in a group dance matters, which means every dancer in a group dance matters. You were put in that specific dance for a reason. So show us that reason as to why you were given that group routine. No matter where you're standing on the stage, do not for a second think that you're hidden back there. And that also goes for if you're standing on a prop. Even though you're standing on a prop, guess what our eyes naturally tend to do? They naturally tend to go up and look at what's above us. So I always say this in my critiques when I'm judging a group dance as well. Healthy competition within the group is key. If you are in the back row, try to outdance the front row. Make them feel that energy come from behind them. And start to practice and rehearse that exercise in your rehearsals at the studio. See who can outdance one another. See who can hit the hardest. See who has the best facial. See who has the most energy. And that can also become a fun little game for you guys. I used to do that with my dancers when I was teaching, and they absolutely loved playing that game. I would have my dancers run their routine, and if I saw or felt one of the dancers not giving 100%, I would pull them out of the routine and they'd have to sit and watch the routine keep going until someone was last standing at the very end. So teachers, you can kind of make this a little game for them, but I'm telling you, it really does help them pull their own weight and actually perform for each other. When there is 100% commitment from every dancer in the group, that makes it so entertaining for us. It's going to help us remember you, and it's going to increase your chances of winning. And we have finally come to tip number 5. And this tip is probably the most important one to me, as this is the one area I am very, very hard and strict in, as it is for most judges that you perform for. And that is having a genuine performance. If you can captivate your audience and keep our attention for your 2.5 to 3 minutes that you are on that stage, you are going to be golden. Remember, technique is not everything. I have judged so many beautiful technicians with 0 performance quality, and that to me is strictly boring. Yeah, your technique score is gonna stay high, but that performance score is going to drop way low. We want to be entertained. Think about it. We see so many routines in a span of 3 days, and we're only human. We're gonna get tired, and your job is to entertain us and help us remember you. If there are, let's just say, 100 dances in your category, and you make us remember you 1 out of 100 dances, you just won yourself a trophy and a first place. Keep this tip in mind when you are about to walk on stage. If you are not entertained by yourself, we're not gonna be entertained as an audience. What you feel on stage is what we're gonna feel as we watch you. And us as judges want to be involved in your performance. We want to know what your story's about, no matter what style you are dancing. And we can always tell when it's a fake performance as well. So make sure that you are coming from an authentic place and you're dancing with everything that you've got, leaving it all on the stage for us to keep that first place trophy for you. And that is all of my tips I have for you for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Mwah. I love you guys so much. Remember, subscribe down below if you haven't yet. Click that thumbs up button for me if you liked this one, and ring that bell for more notifications, because I will be coming out with more videos just like this one to help you guys throughout your competition season. Thank you guys so much again. Good luck, and I will see you on the stage. Bye.